After watching our previous video, you have understood what kind of activities you should report in the activity section of the Common App as part of your university application. We're now going to build upon this information and move forward with guidance about how you should report these activities. How should I choose which activities to report in my application? You can report a vast range of activities, such as awards, internships, workshops, and summer school participation, hobbies and interests across sports, academics, co- and extracurricular activities, causes you care about, etc. The key strategy here would be to stick to a particular narrative or storyline. Here are a few recommendations that you may keep in mind. Weight. An activity performed at international level and involving a selection process carries higher weight and would be preferred. Likewise, national and state level activities are extremely important and carry considerable weight. The key here is to understand that these activities are selective, which in turns determine the relative weight of the specific activity. It is important that you explain the selection criterion because U.S. Admissions Committee may not intuitively understand the systems of your local schools or countries. Explain the activity, the level that it is conducted on, typical selection rates, and the prestige associated with said selection. The activities or programs that are not selective and just provide general exposure would not carry as much weightage. Duration and continuity. An activity done over a long period of time displays commitment and passion and tends to carry a higher weight and generate greater impact. However, don't list all activities you've been doing since grade 9. If you're reporting a continual activity being done over a period of years, it should be supported by a few supplementary burst activities as well. For example, a student passionate about computer games and having played them for a considerable number of hours per week over the last 10 years, a continual activity would also have a couple of gaming championships and/or record-holding positions in gaming burst activities. Building this narrative in detail in the Common App essay would further display your passion for gaming. However, it is highly discouraged to over-report a particular class of activities in terms of either number and/or duration. These reported activities tend to be your application anchors. So it is advisable to stay pertinent and display passion and commitment in a restrained, realistic manner, rather than going overboard and running the risk of giving your entire narrative a fake artificial flavor. Trajectory. Activities which are undertaken consistently over a period of years with a display of upward trajectory by becoming progressively better at it not only shows commitment, but is extremely valued by application assessors. For example, if you start out playing the flute in a local school and over time have gone to perform at state or national levels, then it is an extremely valued activity, as long as it's aligned with your narrative, like music. It is encouraged to indicate in the application that you intend to follow these activities during your undergraduate studies as well. The advantage of trajectory can be maximized through a gap start of continual activities. It allows you to showcase even greater commitment than what is provided in the format of Common App. For instance, you reported a game that you've played at district level in grade 9 and shown a progressive to national and/or international levels by grade 12. This clearly proves that you have been playing that sport for a period of time much longer than the 4 years that you're reporting in the activity section. This, along with other supporting elements, including recruiting videos, specifically for sports enthusiasts, becomes a very powerful tool for your admission application. Alignment. This is a critical factor to ensure that the reported activities and the overall narrative of your application are threaded together in a coherent manner. All the reported activities should be in alignment, following through a single storyline and clearly reflect what you have done in the past and what you intend to do in the future. For example, if you're building a narrative based on environmental conservation, then you may want to call out activities related to 2 to 3 anchor themes around love for animals, like blogs that you've written, conservation societies that you're a part of, and supplementary burst activities, which have achieved a certain environmental conservation objective. Variety. When we recommend adding variety, we encourage supporting your narrative with a variety of anchor and burst activities. You should focus on a range of activities which contribute to your narrative rather than putting down various ad hoc activities just for the sake of variety. Choose the profile that you want to communicate and tailor the activities according to the narrative that you have built. What is the format of reporting these activities? The format to report activities in the Common App is fairly straightforward. You have to list down the hours per week and then the total weeks per year for each activity that is reported. It is easy to compute the time spent in undertaking the reported activities using a spreadsheet. The key is to not over-report an unnatural number of hours. Typically, total number of hours rarely exceeds 1,000 hours, with anchor, continual activities accounting for over 50% of total time. In general, the time spent per activity is between 100 to 500 hours. It is understandable to have more reported activity hours in grade 9 and 11 as students are busy with national level exams in grade 10 and 12. Being genuine and sticking to your narrative are the key strategies to make sure that your activity section stands out and contributes to your admission application. It may be a good idea to show your activities to a third person and seek another opinion. A few iterations should give you a good idea as to what activities need to be reported. All the best! Good luck!